I'm not. Hey, wait, who am I? What's up, everybody? Hello, everyone. This is Impossible Coin. I'm a Brian Cartwright. What's up, Tegan Somerset?
Not much. What's up with you, Brian Cartwright? We're having a good time.
I was. One of the things I've been champing at the bit, to talk about this week is the sale of Pokemon Go.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Jesus
Niantic
Christ.
sold.
They did, as we say, got that bag. That's that. And then in turn, sold Pokemon Go to a company which is entirely owned by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Which there are layers of fucked going on.
For people who don't know, Niantic recently sold Pokemon Go to a company called Scopely. Scopely is entirely owned and operated by Saudi Arabia. So now everyone is loosely caught up to date. Scopely also owns the Monopoly mobile game, which is wild to me. Monopoly Go, Stumble Guys, which sounds like a made-up game, but that's cool. Yahtzee with Buddies, Star Trek Fleet Command, Marvel Strike Force, Scribble Go, Bingo Bash, Looney Tunes World of Mayhem. Like, okay, sure.
And what's particularly amazing to me about all of these games that you just mentioned is they share a common characteristic. Tegan, do you know what common characteristic they share?
What is it?
Their reputation for predatory monetization.
Oh boy.
Ugh. That's not good. Yeah. I forget sometimes that, like, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is fully all in on, like, getting into the world of video games and has done things like, say, buy SNK. And now has got themselves a toehold in the world of Pokemon?
Not just Pokemon, they also bought Pikmin Bloom and Monster Hunter now. They bought the entire Niantic Games division. So here's the very fun thing that I've been thinking about with regards to this sale in particular, right? And that's what happens to all the location data that Niantic built up with these games.
I wish I could say I knew. Because I don't know if the location data goes with the sale. Even better, I don't know if, like, the underlying architecture for I don't know if, like, Niantic's, like, live mapping technology was part of the sale because as you astutely mentioned, Tegan, they sold their games division, not their mapping tech. So does that mean that, like, Scopely is going to be out there, like, trying to solve problems on their own with the architecture of this game? Like, going like, I don't know, why is this broken? We don't know how to fix it. Like, there are so many different ways I see these games getting significantly worse for their users. Like, monetization honestly feels like not the biggest problem.
Yeah, I agree that like the monetization is probably like the least concerning thing. Apparently a bunch of players have started transferring their Pokemon Go Pokemon to Pokemon Home um to try and get them like out of the Pokemon Go ecosystem.
Wait, this is a Pokemon rescue effort?
It's sort of, I mean, it's more of a I don't know what is going to happen with the app, and I want to save the Pokemon that I have been catching, sort of thing. So it's more like a move up, I want to say, because once it's in Pokemon Home, you can transfer these Pokemon to whatever the next like game is. So if Pokemon Go goes down, if they close service for it, you don't lose all those Pokemon that you caught, you know? If you've transferred them out, I
Sure.
mean.
Yeah. Yeah. So not so much a Pokemon rescue effort as a let me find a way to preserve this resource I believe that I've developed.
Right, exactly. This resource I've developed. And also like these fun memories that I have with my friends, in some way or another. Because it does
Yeah.
still tell you like where you met them. Not exactly where you met them when the data is transferred, but it'll say like this Pokemon was met on this day in Pokemon Go. And like
Yeah.
that's it. Because it doesn't
And
have like route information or anything.
yeah. Man, like what a like I it's hard to overstate um how big a deal uh Pokemon Go was for more than a hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
Um it was real. Um like I have a very, very vivid memory of heading home one day and seeing people walking along the sidewalk holding their cell phones, um, and also from their cell phones seeing that little like 6-inch cable that leads to a mobile power pack,
Mm-hmm.
um, and that there were like three of them together, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And then over the course of like the next few days, um, starting to see more and more people doing the exact same thing. And
Mm-hmm.
when I was working, and this happened, Pokemon Go broke out when I was working at PayPal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I remember seeing a sign posted on the door of the building that I worked at PayPal
Mm-hmm.
that said, "This is private." All right, name the various types of locations that exist within Pokemon Go. There's like gyms and
There's gyms and Pokemon stops.
okay, right, yeah. Um, and there was a sign that and gyms that are the bigger deal. And there was a sign that went up on the front door of the building that said, "This is private property. This gym is accessible to PayPal employees only." Um,
That's amazing.
yes, because there were people who were just showing up and then just standing around in front of the building
Oh my
because they're
god.
like, "There's a gym here."
There's a gym here.
Yeah,
I want to go. Yeah, no, I
yeah,
get that. I get that. I used to play so like I started playing Pokemon Go when I was working overnights, but I was still living near a college campus. And
right.
so like I would go out on walks, walk up to the college campus, which was, a relatively safe walk because it's all like student housing around it.
Right.
Um walk around on college with like swarms of other kids all being like, and you'd hear like someone go like, "There's a scyther over here," and then like every single person in the vicinity would turn and walk in the same direction. It was so wild.
Yeah, like it's like one of the things I'm like very, very interested in is like games as cultural touchstones. One of those things where you can say like, "Hey, in this moment, we were all doing the same thing."
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I did not personally Pokemon Go, but I watched, like I could visibly see the world around me Pokemon going, and like it was a hell of a thing, and it felt like I feel like the things that came after it, that were of the same scale, were that like early pandemic Animal Crossing, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and Wordle, and
Yeah, and
there it
Wordle.
is,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um, so like to hear that like some and like we've already watched Wordle get sold, and when Wordle got sold, its cultural impact was like significantly diminished. It's like Wordle is now owned by the New York Times. Oh, okay. Um, and like the New York Times is very much like New York Timesed as a verb. Wordle.
Mm-hmm. But I
Um,
mean, it is still free to play, which is nice.
yes. Um, but like it doesn't. It doesn't like they're like they're small like rules change
Mm-hmm.
small rules changes they've made to Wordle that like
Yeah.
Wordle OGs are like, hey, wait a minute. Like one of the things that the guy who developed Wordle did was that he specifically like set out a rule for his internal like puzzle development logic that would prevent um, um, plurals and past tenses from being words. Um, so no plurals, no past tenses.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right. The New York Times removed the past tense and plural exclusion, um, much to the consternation of Wordle fans everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
mean, it
also
does, like, on the one hand, it does expand the pool of words. On the other hand, you know?
yeah. They also expanded the pool of forbidden words. Um, and that there's some feelings on the pool of forbidden words. Um, but you know what? We're not talking about Wordle right now. But we are talking about how like the sale of a video game can like deeply impact its cultural cachet, and I know that like Pokemon Go was actively like in trouble before the sale. Um, there was like a lot of talk about like how Pokemon Go was just um, not where it needed to be, and there was a lot of like customer discontent. Um, before the sale. Um, so like, um,
The last
I'm
thing, like, I really heard about was they updated everyone's avatars to have more inclusive body types and then did not update the clothing at the same time.
right.
And it messed up everybody's avatar, which
Mm-hmm.
was like a big deal.
Oh man. Um. So like, are you like how far are you removed from the Pokemon Go ecosystem at this point? Is
Um,
this something
on
that you?
honestly,
Okay.
once they took away the like remote raid stuff, like near and like 2023, like late 2023, early 2024, that's when I kind of really stopped playing because that was how I mostly raided because I work from home. I don't I don't live near like a bunch of gyms or anything. So that was the easiest way for me to keep playing with my friends who did both have to work and also like lived near gyms, you know?
Well, sure. We see, like that's the thing is if Niantic was out there pitching businesses, saying like, "Look, like we can make a bunch of people have to come to this McDonald's," um, and God, it worked for a while. Um,
It worked for a good long time, honestly. And
yeah,
like having stops at places that I was going to anyway, you know, at work, at the park, at, you know, like the weird mural by the grocery store or whatever. Like that was nice. That was neat, you
yeah.
know? but like once you're out of like a city area, it really just didn't work anymore. And so having the remote raid passes be like really accessible and like you got one free one a day for a long time was great. And now it's just like, oh well, I guess I'm never playing this again. So like it's still on my phone, but like
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Tiki, we need you to go visit our advertisers. That's the whole point. And when they started like shifting to gym locations are like only people who have given us money, like that felt bad too.
Yeah, that felt real bad.
Yeah. I mean, it probably would have prevented people from showing up to the PayPal building.
True. You know what? You're right.
I wonder how many forbidden gyms there were. That would be an interesting. Like God, that's something I would love to go down the rabbit hole of. Because one of the other ones I know of was there's a McDonald's inside the Pentagon.
There's a McDonald's in the Pentagon.
And like the whole purpose of that McDonald's is to service people who work in the Pentagon. And I know that the McDonald's in the Pentagon was a gym. I'm like, man, how many people could say they raided the Pentagon? Like that's
like for real.
Yeah.
I'm sure I know like after a while there was like, companies could do like remove this one kind of thing. You know, like please don't. This is like there was one at the Holocaust Museum, and the Holocaust Museum finally got them to remove the Pokemon gym in the Holocaust Museum because they were like, this isn't cool. Please don't do this.
Kind of fucked up that people are showing up here like, oh wow, look at all the human tragedy. Charizard? Question mark?
It was really bad because since it's in like Pokemon Go, right, divides the kinds of Pokemon you can run into. Like
no.
Yeah,
oh, no.
by location, and so it was a city location. And so coughing showed up a bunch.
Oh my god. Oh
right?
My god.
No, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Kind of funny. Absolutely a tragedy. Kind of goofy. You know?
Oh god.
But like if you're in like a plains area, you get more like grass and bug types. If you're near the ocean, you get more water and flying types, like that kind of stuff. And it was just like, happens to be in a city. Poison types.
Oh, that's awful. Jesus.
They did get it removed very quickly, I should say. That was one of the like first things that happened. Was it was like, they were like, we're removing this gym from the Holocaust Museum, and actually we're gonna start giving businesses the ability to remove their like gym or Pokemon stop things.
Oh. Wow. Oh. Oh. I realize I'm several years after the fact, but here I am still reeling. What a bad look. What a bad look.
What a bad look, but it did trigger like good functionality, you know?
What is that?
And honestly, a lot of things that start out as a bad look have the potential to be like, oh yeah, this functionality is needed in this thing. So
yeah. Which I guess brings us back to the Scopely sale, which is like, is that kind of responsiveness still going to be expected from like a company which is primarily known for predatory monetization?
Yep. I was seeing when I was like reading up on it, that some of the reason that people are so adamant right now about trading at least their favorite Pokemon into Pokemon Home, is they're afraid that it's going to become a monetized service, that you won't be able to transfer Pokemon to Pokemon Home, despite what Niantic says of the game overall not changing, without paying a fee.
Yeah, like how can Niantic guarantee that? That's would be my question. Because I
don't think they can.
Yeah, they can. Like,
I think they'd be able to within like the first year or something, but like as like a stipulation of the sale.
right,
But
exactly.
once that period is up, that's it, you
Yep,
know?
yep. Man. Oh. Um,
I am sad that I will be I don't have a Pokemon Home account. I should probably make one because I have 2 shiny Ho-Oh in my Pokemon Go that I think are neat because I like the gold and silver like bird. Um and I'm going to lose access to them if I delete my account.
well, I guess
Eh,
make the thing and move the critters.
I got to
Uh,
move the little guys.
yeah. Oh, you gotta save your little buddies.
I do got to save my little buddies.
Oh, man. Um, Merry Christmas. Video games, y'all.
Mhm.
Um,
I mean, on the plus side, good things are also happening. You know, not with that. That seems mostly bad.
well, hit me with a good thing. Hit me with a good thing.
So you turned Rocky and I on a couple of years ago to a company called Limited Run Games, where
Yeah.
they take digital only games and will print limited physical copies of those
Yes.
games, right?
Usually very lovingly produced. Like,
Yeah.
great
So
work.
I just got a notification that my physical copy of In Stars and Time is going to arrive next week.
Oh, very cool.
I'm really excited. Rocky played it on stream like a while ago, and those VODs have since been moved to YouTube, but I don't think they've been published yet. It's such a good time loop game. And also, as part of the Steam sale, the Steam Spring sale, it's on sale. And it's so good. I'm so excited to play it. Again, on my Switch, portable.
Oh, what a lovely looking game.
Mm-hmm. No, I think you'd get a really big kick out of it, Brian.
This is oh man, this art style.
Mm-hmm.
And look at them just full on embracing this black and white aesthetic.
Mm-hmm. It's so good. And the fights are very reminiscent of like Undertale or what is it? The Mother series. Like it's that kind of fight style.
Yeah, okay. I was getting a
It's
mother vibe.
very good, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Strong mother vibe.
Mm-hmm. I think you'd really enjoy it. I think
Oh,
you could be very good.
look at the little guy going. Oh. Time loops.
Time loops. Yep.
Man. All about gaining more perspective with each loop. Oh, okay. All right, that's yummy.
It might be something that you're interested in. Obviously, no pressure to play it, but could be fun.
It's true. Neato. Neato. Yeah, let's see here. This coming Wednesday, as of recording,
Mm-hmm.
will be the what's called a tavern brawl.
Ooh, in Hearthstone?
Yes, which allows access to the new cards. So I'm very excited. Like we are very very close to the launch of the new year, which means like the reset of the core card set, which means cards going away, and I'm so excited about cards going away. But yes, this coming Wednesday will be the Tavern Brawl, which is like try the new cards. So this kind of Tavern Brawl is like this Tavern Brawl at this time of year is a weird thing because it's like try the new cards, but it's also not under the condition of cards are going away. So it's try the new cards, but with every card that you currently have available to you. So there will be like, I guess, about a week where there's some like very particular, very weird decks.
Just full chaos.
Yes. And like, dogs and cats living together, the whole bit. So I will have a report on that the next time we record. I'm excited.
That'll be super fun. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I love your reports on when games get weird.
Love when games get weird. I really do.
More games should get weird.
Absolutely. Like when Nintendo's like, look, okay, I need you to build shit out of cardboard. I'm like, look, that's a good idea.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, that's it. You want me to full on build a fishing rod in my house? Fine. Okay.
I'll do it for you, Nintendo.
Yeah.
But only because this seems weird.
Yeah, like more. That was my biggest letdown when we got our first look at the Switch 2. And they're like, look,
it does not look weird.
Magnetic now. And I'm like, okay, the Joy-Con are magnetic now, that's fine, but can it be weird?
Yeah, I want some whimsy. I want to know what the whimsy is.
Because we've had like when I look at like Nintendo consoles, there have been so many Nintendo consoles where there's been like whimsy, like just like baked into the console design itself. Like if you look, like it's hard to try and like impress upon people how it felt to look at that first photo of the N64 controller. Like when we didn't have a point of reference and saw that first photo of the N64 controller, it's like, what in the what?
How do you hold that?
Yeah. I remember lots of people in my high school being like, I don't have 3 hands. And it was so it was a thing. And then like the Wii, there was a back away from whimsy with the GameCube. As delightful as the GameCube controller is, like the GameCube itself as a device, like
not very whimsical. Yeah,
it was very much an attempt to be like the other guys.
But they still kept it like a little fun.
Yeah.
The controller had the big colorful buttons. The cube was a cube before like the Xbox was a proper box, and like it came in cool colors. But like I'm not seeing any of that with the new Switch.
Yeah. It just seems to be like, I mean, I suppose Switch, again would not be like a good name for a console. But it really just seems like Switch, again. It's like, look, it's Switch, but bigger and more powerful. And like most of the physical, it seems like most of the physical change to the device are stuff that happened as a result of user ergonomics complaints. Like, look, the Joy-Con are magnetic this time because so many people fucked up their Joy-Con on the rails. Or, look, now the dock has rounded corners at the top. Because so many people were like hardcore scratching the screens of their Switches. Man, I don't know.
I mean, we've still got a couple weeks until the presentation, April 2nd. So I think the
Uh,
next time we'll record will be the last time we don't know anything
yeah,
about the Switch 2. Quote unquote, we don't know anything, you
right.
know?
I mean, the biggest thing that we have been able to suss out based on available data is that individual Joy-Cons this time will be able to act as wireless mice.
Hmm.
And I
Which is
really,
also interesting. I want
yes,
to know what that's about.
yeah. Um, um,
Is Mario Paint making a comeback?
Thank you, Tegan.
You know?
I
Is
was taking a
Mario
sip of my soda because that was going to be my next line.
I know, right? Mario Paint was like on the Super Nintendo. Was like
Yep.
one of the first video games I could play as a wee little lass, you know?
Right.
And so like having that potentially be here again is wild to me, you know? Does that mean we're gonna get cool Nintendo mouse pads that are sold internationally and not just at the Nintendo store in Tokyo? Hmm?
Yeah. Like I remember, I have so many like positive, vivid memories of Mario Paint. Um, like sure, there's the fly swatting game, which was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but one of the things that people have spent so much time doing in Super Mario Maker um, is recreating a particular piece of functionality of Mario Paint, which was the music maker. Where people like figured out like, oh, there's this thing in Mario Maker that works like the music function of Mario Paint. People just spent just hours and hours and hours.
People were like, I
Creating,
see. Tell me more about the music functionality.
yeah, like just making levels that are just nothing but the music functionality, and like, yeah, people want the music again.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and like the limited um, like animation function of Mario Paint. Like one of the things that I remember doing in Mario Paint, um, like which took great effort, was I was like, I'm gonna make Ryu from Street Fighter and Chun Li fighting on Ryu's level from Street Fighter 2, and I'm gonna pose him like he's just thrown a Hadouken, so that way the thing I can animate in my picture is a Hadouken sailing across between them. Um,
Yes.
yeah. Um, and like I'm just like, oh god, like are they like we will like would a new Mario Paint be a 2D thing? Would it be a 3D thing? Uh,
Ooh.
yeah, like what kind of tools will they like provide? Like, will there be like because one of the things that Nintendo has been like very very good at is when they make these like releases which are designed to facilitate creation. Um, it's usually like very very good at you know simplifying creation and like making it making the play space easy to access.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't see a lot of people talking about like, look at this crazy shit I made in Dreams for the PlayStation. Um, because the like while you can make some truly crazy shit in Dreams for the PlayStation, it's not necessarily just pick up a controller and go accessible.
Right.
Um, like I have seen some like amazing, like full on 3D Sonic the Hedgehog levels in Dreams, but like they're not the kind of thing that you can just do. Um, but goddamn, if it like anybody could just like pick up Mario Maker and like do a thing. Um,
Right. And like as long as you can complete it, it can be posted.
yep,
Which I
yep.
think has been really cool to like show what game design regular people can do when given all the tools in a box. You know?
Um, you know, and of course, there's like the dream that there's going to be something
Mm.
that sits somewhere in between Mario Paint and Mario Maker. Like, if Nintendo just like, hey, like here's the tools to make a Nintendo game. Man. Oh.
I don't think that would be it, but I could see them letting you make a song on Mario Paint, Mario Paint Redux or whatever, and letting you put it on the Nintendo music app that they made for game music. Could be cool.
Yep. Or think about this. One of the most like iconic pieces of game music in the last 20 years isn't actually a piece of game music. It's the Wii Shop music. Yeah, like
I want Wii Shop music. Bring the Wii Shop music back for the Nintendo eShop, for God's sake.
But imagine having something like Mario Paint, and Nintendo says, and you can set your own home screen music now.
Oh, yo.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, you know what? Yes. Yes, I want that. That would be cool.
Yeah. Like one of the things that was like my most favorite from Nintendo in the last 20 years was just how personal the experience felt on the Wii U. With your Wii U, you would like check in with your like weird little communities. And
I miss Miiverse posting.
I know, me too.
Miiverse posting was so fun, especially like in Splatoon and stuff. It was so good.
Right, and
I want more of that.
There's a reason that they like replicated Miiverse posting in Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3 is because they're like, yeah, this video game kind of requires this. And boy howdy, does not having Miiverse posting in Mario Maker 2, like, you can feel it. You can feel it. Like, the number of times I would, like, load into a level and I would see a post that somebody had left saying, this level's a trap, just go ahead and leave now. I'd be like, thanks, person. Like, I appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate the heads up, thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah. Because it was, like, people would definitely use it, like, there was a very Dark Souls quality to the way it got used in Mario Maker. And, like, not having that in Mario Maker 2 meant there'd be, like, a lot more times where you would get stuck in a troll level where, like, the level creator had created, like, a secret way to complete the level for themselves that was, like, not able to be found by users. Leaving users with what felt like an impossible to complete level. Gross. And like you'd be able to suss that out on the original Mario Maker thanks to the community, but could not on the Switch sequel. So like I would love if one of the things that Switch 2 does, which we wouldn't be able to see just from like looking at pictures of the hardware. Like you're like, ooh, magnetic Joy-Cons, ooh, rounded corners. I would love to know that there's a more robust group of community tools. Like let me goof off with other humans.
So my favorite thing, this is something that happens in Mario Kart currently, right? When you're in the lobby waiting for the game to start, you see all your little racers and you're like bopping around, and you can like loosely interact. I want that. But my friends on Switch in like a Wii Shop Plaza style location, I want that. I want to see all my little friends' Mii's being like, I'm playing Xenosaga again, I'm playing Luigi's Mansion, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Because right now they're all like, it's all sequestered on the side, You know, I have to go into my friends list if I want to see what people are playing. I just want to see them like walking around at a plaza and being like, I'm playing this. Haha. Anyway. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
I don't need it. It's not a necessity, but it's fun.
I'll tell you what is a necessity though.
Mm.
The eShop has been a fucking disaster on the Switch.
Oh god, yeah.
Um,
You can't find anything. It loads really slowly. Like, ugh. The
like
search functionality is bad.
I appreciate that they really threw open the doors to like Steam levels, but bro, they threw open the door to Steam levels.
Mm-hmm. Without like the right amount of like moderation in place, you know?
Yeah. Yes. So
And like I get it's going to be the new home of visual novels since PlayStation ditched the Vita. That's cool. Can we put them all? Can we decide if they're called dating sims or visual novels? Cuz like I'm seeing both and I really need it to be one or the other so I can find them better.
and okay, which gets back to moderation because there are visual novels that are not dating sims. So
There are, but like I need to know the difference. You know, like I don't need to know. I understand the difference. I am a person who plays those. But like
right.
the average consumer isn't going to get it from the tin, you know?
Mm-hmm. Like there might be someone who will come along and go like, "Oh, the House of Fata Morgana. This looks like a fun time." Buys it and goes, "This was not a fun time."
I have made a mistake.
Yes.
Whoopsie doodles. And now it's just in my system and in my library history. Oh no. Also Nintendo, while we're having a discussion, a frank discussion on like what you need to do, I understand, right, that the new Switch is going to have a new Animal Crossing probably. I get that. That's cool. Bring all of the animal specific designs, all the villager specific designs from Pocket Camp over. You've already programmed them once. You can do it again. It's super cute. Just do it. Like, you know, let me play in-game bells for it instead of real life money, but like give me all the stuff. Give me all the stuff. The catalog's so huge, and for what? On the phone? Not in the Switch? Not in the main game? Are you crazy? Okay. Anyway.
And Nintendo, look, okay, look. I know that you'll probably see Tegan's request as more reasonable than mine, but I'm going to make mine anyway. While we're talking about things that you need to do in Animal Crossing, I sure do miss the ability to play other video games within Animal Crossing. It was fun back in the day to when I would make an appointment to play with my friends, other villagers, that one of the things that we would do is play video games together. Please bring that back. I mean, whoa. If Sega can manage to not be precious about their library in this way, you can select a group of titles to be designated. We'll put these in Animal Crossing.
Can we have Balloon Boy back?
Yeah.
Can we put Mr. Game & Watch in there? You know? Just some little guys. They don't have to be big guys. We're not asking to play Link's Awakening or whatever. You know, we just want some fun little guys. I don't know.
Neat.
Yeah, it's super fun. And it's weird that we could do it on the GameCube and not ever again. I do like the farming element that they introduced in Animal Crossing, though. That can come back. That was cute. Bring back the mean villagers. Let some villagers be bitches again. You know? I want someone to look at me and go, I haven't seen you in 3 days, and you're wearing the same shirt? God, you must stink! Anyway, what can I do for you? And then it's just like, I'm here to make a delivery. And they're like, oh, you're late with this. Fine, I guess. Here's a gift. Bye. You know? Like, let them be mean. Let them be mean again. It gave so much more, like, personality, though, to the world than everyone being, like, passive aggressive.
Because let me tell you what, people do not like those passive aggressive villagers. Only
if they look like they'd be passive aggressive. That's the only time it works, you know? But like let Wolfgang be grouchy again. You know? Let Rocco be grouchy.
The number of times I have seen people look at the passive aggressive villagers and go, God, I hate them. And once they have the ability to like start terraforming in Animal Crossing, be like, okay, so that guy's in his house right now. I hate him. I have turned his house into an island. So
he can't leave.
Yes.
I have a bug net, and I'm gonna whack this person until they leave.
Yeah, that kind of shit. I think that you're right. Like, I think people prefer just the outright nasty villagers to the passive aggressive ones. So yeah, like, just look, Nintendo. We live in this world. Brian waves at everything. We can take it. We can take a couple nasty villagers. Like, and we're dealing with much more in the real world. It's fine. It's fine. Huh.
God. And like we have friendship, like they obviously have like friendship meters in Animal Crossing because like once you hit max friendship with a villager, that's when they give you their like little photo of themselves, you know? Right. You could also make it so that like the grouchy villagers get less grouchy over time the more you befriend them. That would be fine too. You know? I don't know. Something to think about.
It's so amazing to me that like one of the things that people are so certain of with the I guess the proper reveal of the console is like, yeah, I guess we're gonna get like a 1-2 switch again or whatever the fuck it's gonna be called. You know, maybe it'll have stuff you do with a mouse. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? And the way I look at it, that's fine. Like, obviously, you like Nintendo. You're using that as some kind of like development training ground. You know,
I liked 1-2 Switch. I like that it came out at the beginning because it showed me what the Switch could do. Does that make sense?
Sure. Like,
and that was nice. That was it. But I think it should be like Astro's Playroom. It should just be on the Switch. I shouldn't be paying extra for it.
Oh man! Oh, Astro's Playroom. What? Jesus! What a great game! That like you. God damn! All right. Yes. More of that, like at launch.
At launch, pre-installed on your Switch.
So here it is. Like, you know, you can call it 1-2 Switch again, or you know, yet more 1-2, whatever. What 1-2 3? Like whatever you want to call it, that's fine. You know, don't like also like the amount of goodwill that you would get for something that would be called a pack-in game. When was the last proper pack-in game? I mean, obviously, like, bundles exist now.
Yeah, but we're not talking about a bundle. We mean like a pack-in game.
Yeah, we mean like, hey, everybody gets this thing.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
God, even by the time Nintendo got to the N64, they were like, look, we need you to buy Mario 64. And I'm like, motherfucker, there are 2 games out. You want me to buy one of them? Yes. Please buy one of the 2 games that is out. And I did. But there was something about like, look, there was something about Lil Brian unpacking his Super Nintendo and Mario World was just in the box. That's a good feel. And like, I guess is Astro's play. Is that, I guess that qualifies as a play-in, a pack-in, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, I think that is the like only current pack-in. Well, I guess, do Xboxes still come with Uno on them?
No.
Yeah, so that's the only one. Astro's Playroom.
Oof. Oh man, Uno, what a ride on. Oof, oof. Thanks, people doing cocaine on camera who ruined that.
God.
The number of like weird Uno stories from Xbox. It's like, yeah, I just queued into a game of like Uno, and there was a guy, and he was just holding the biggest gun I've ever seen, and there was cocaine. Like, what is going on the Xbox?
Why?
I know, right? So weird. So bad. Uno. Like, a sentiment you wouldn't think is real.
Mm-hmm.
But sure enough, it is. Man. Again, Nintendo, like, just put something on the fucker. Like, there you go.
Just a little thing, you know?
Yeah.
We're not asking for the moon, just a little thing.
I'm not even saying put the new Mario on it. Like it's very obvious there will be a new Mario this year. Like we can smell it from a mile away. It has been.
And also, you can release the Zelda Oracle remake games as a 2-pack, and I will buy both of them. That's okay. Also, you can do that. I'll allow it. But put something on the thing. Just a little guy.
I'm sorry. Have there been tea leaves that there's going to be Oracle remakes?
No, I just feel like there are. They've used the Link's Awakening skin like remake thing twice now to make Game Boy style games, and I feel like the Oracle games are next. They'll get the visual upgrade and the reintroduction on the Switch too. That feels right to me.
And I have. Okay, here's my cynical. Here's cynical Brian again. I think that before we get Oracle remakes, which do seem plausible, I think that we will get like Wind Waker again. Because when they were like plowing through the Wii U library, just like putting everything that was on the Wii U on the Switch. It's like here's a Wii U game on the Switch. Here's a Wii U game on the Switch. It reached a point where it felt weird that like the Zelda remasters that were on the Switch. I'm sorry, the Zelda remasters that were on the Wii U didn't get ported to Switch. It was like where's Wind Waker? Like, come on, you did the thing, and it never showed up. I was like, man, this. And I'm just convinced that like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker are going to be like relatively early in the Switch 2's life cycle. I think that what we're going to get, like, as far as like major announcements for year one, is here's the new Mario, which they held on to so that way it would not be cross-platform, and like here's the new Mario, plus here's new Wind Waker, and maybe here's new Wind Waker plus here's new Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
That's my money. That's my bet. And then like wait a year or two, and then they will just like sell people, like, oh, okay. Would you like to buy the Switch Zelda games again? Because now you can.
I'll buy them. I'll do it. I'll give you money. Oh, well.
And I guess Metroid, I guess.
Oh, yeah, the new Metroid. Yeah, that'll be there.
Because we did get proof of life of that, within the last, 18 months, so.
Will it be the launch title or will it be the holiday title? That's the question.
Oh, holiday title's my money.
Mm.
Or, that's a great question. You know what? That's a good question, Tegan, because they might move more Metroid if that's the launch title.
Right.
If they're just like, fuck off, the thing that you can buy is Metroid. And then they're like, hey, it's holiday.
Well, because also Pokemon Legends ZA is coming out this year, and that doesn't have a launch date yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet Pokemon Legends is a holiday.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like a September-October game. And then like Metroid feels like it could be launch, maybe like early summer. I mean, obviously it depends on when it launches, because it's not launching in April. But like I could see Metroid being like a launch if the game comes out in the summer, or if the system comes out in the summer.
Okay. And the only game that we know for sure that like exists for the thing is Mario Kart 9. Because the
right.
small slice of gameplay they showed for us was which I guess raises the question, like, is that a year one title? Like, are they showing us Mario Kart 9 because Mario Kart 9 is this year? And, like, I mean, that would make sense. Like, Mario Kart 8 was the game with the highest attachment rate on the Switch. Like, more people bought Mario Kart 8 than any other game for their console.
I think if Mario Kart 9 is a launch title, that will specifically drive sales for Switch 2. Like 100%.
Yeah. God, the sales of that game were just fucking stupid, weren't they? God damn. And if you're releasing Mario Kart 9 this year, do you hold on to the new 3D Mario game until next year?
Yes. And you release it around Mario Day.
There it is. Oh. Damn.
That's what I want to say. Like, Mario next March,
Yeah.
Maybe not like exactly Mario, like on Mario Day sort of thing, but like in like the early segment of March.
Sure.
With like a special download of like a special Mario costume or something.
Right. And like Nintendo has historically put like one big title in Q1, which is their financial Q4. I can see that being Mario. Yeah. Oh. Did you hear about the Super Nintendos, Tegan?
No. What about the Super Nintendos?
Well, this is weird. That some of them are now running faster.
Oh. That sounds fake. What do you mean?
Okay. So, it's real, and it's weird. So, the reason for this is related to the APU chip on the Super Nintendo, audio processing unit. And the reason for this is the cooling material that the Super Nintendo's audio processing unit is wrapped in is ceramic. And so as ceramic ages, it is heating to a higher level, allowing the APU on the Super Nintendo to run at faster clock speeds.
Oh.
Yes. Which is resulting in music in some affected Super Nintendos to run slightly faster or at higher pitches.
Huh.
Okay. And
Okay.
here's where it gets even weirder and more fun. For Super Nintendo games that would do stuff like trigger loading next level or trigger loading screens or trigger cutscenes based on when the music ends. If your Super Nintendo is playing the music faster, then it means that this might be relevant to speed running.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so does your Super Nintendo have aged ceramic on the audio processing unit? Um, so this has now become an unanswered question for the speedrunning community. Um, and people are out there like running thermal tests based on like taking aged ceramic and then running the aged ceramic in various like heating conditions. Like, here's what happens when we put a Super Nintendo in an environment this hot or this cold. Like, some dude was taking his SNES with aged ceramic and ran the thing in his fridge. So that way it never truly heated the ceramic. So, like, so yes.
What if you put it in the freezer? Is that too cold then?
No, it should run in the freezer.
Will it run better in the freezer?
We don't know yet.
Someone has to do the math on that one. And I don't mean the math. I mean the science. You need to write down the answers.
Me too. I need this.
Once you write down the answers, it becomes science. You know?
Yes. So this is a thing. I'm just. It's so weird because usually what happens when consoles get older is things start to fail. Like, oh, the spring that pushes the cartridge up and down on your NES, it's failed. Oh, the pins that like read the cartridge in your NES, they failed. Oh, the disk drive in your Sega Dreamcast, it failed. Oh, your PSP, it's like swollen because the battery exploded inside of the PSP. So it's so strange to see a thing about like an aged console, which is like people have discovered an aged console is actually performing better at something or going faster. And it's because Nintendo was like overly cautious with the amount of ceramic around the APU. Which I can appreciate because they were trying to make sure that the thing wouldn't like fail on their customers. But now we get people like exploring the limits of the hardware. So yeah.
God, that's so cool.
It's so like I love weird edge cases like that. Man.
It sucks to know that like or to have like I would say an amount of confidence in knowing that kind of weird edge case likely will not show up for any of the modern consoles.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like now that they're just like reskinned PCs in a box.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like we'll never see that again. Like the only chances we really have to like I guess see that again are stuff like the Playdate. where people are like building an OS from scratch, building a BIOS from
Mm-hmm.
scratch. Like we might see something like that for the Playdate, but like we won't even see that for like say the Switch or the Switch 2 or whatever, because they're just like the Switch is just like an Android tablet with a handsome reskin, and it's a shame. But like yeah, like I love with the old consoles seeing shit like this, because it's like, man, like what a time, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um, and I love that the what a time for the Super Nintendo extends to today. Like it's cool that like people are like, well, does this affect the whole speed running scene? Like that's amazing to me.
We have to acknowledge though that it's not just like the reason this is extending into today is because of the speedrunners. If nobody speedran Nintendo games, this wouldn't matter.
Well, okay,
Which is also neat.
I would argue it does matter, and that the reason it does matter, um, is the importance of um, archival presentation. Is
Yeah.
one of the things I mentioned is that it's running music faster or higher pitches.
Mm-hmm.
And like, let's say somebody buys a Super Nintendo today, and it has the aged ceramic, and they put in a game, and one of the games which is known to be like, significantly impacted by the aged ceramic is Super Metroid, in which the music runs both at a higher pitch and faster. Which means that like running the game on original hardware now is no longer the best archival presentation of the game.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so like understanding like how the hardware ages and how um like that impacts presentation and player experience is important. Like there was a multi-year long conversation like around the death of CRT televisions
Mm-hmm.
about how like games that were designed for CRT because they depended on like that diffusion and that bloom to like hide the jagged edge of pixels.
Mm-hmm.
And where it's like, oh, okay, like this, like these characters look so beautiful here because it's on a CRT TV, and now they look kind of like jagged and janky because they're being shown on like a modern flat television. Um, like eventually led to people putting together like display options that would like mimic CRT TVs, so we would get what developers intended. And so like I think that like knowing how hardware impacts the archival experience um, is important. And it's also a good point to like bring up the Super NT, from analog, because the Super NT doesn't have the same ceramic around an APU that the Super Nintendo does. So it will reliably produce the original intended developer experience every time, because it doesn't have that potentially decaying component. So yes, I agree that like it is readily important like for the speedrunners, but I think for people who are like interested in historical preservation, like it's important to like note it and go like, oh, okay, like there comes a point where the original hardware is no longer the best way.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right.
Yep. So I guess you heard it here, folks. You want to play Super Metroid? Don't do it on a Super Nintendo.
Mm.
Yeah, there are other ways to play the Super Metroid. So, meet me around back. I'll tell you about them. Gracious.
It's a secret.
Yeah. So what's going on, Tegan?
Oh, nothing. Nothing exciting. I'm still working on my Minecraft build. I actually I joined Raglan the other day on one of his projects.
Sure.
He's building a steakhouse in Minecraft.
Jeez.
Yeah, and so we spent a lot of time deciding like what are the floors going to look like? How big is this going to be? What's the wall situation, you know? And the only thing we actually decided on and finished was that the kitchen is entirely iron. We to try and mimic like subway tile.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just iron, like blocks of iron for wall decor only, and then the floor is alternating black and white squares on the bottom. And now we have to figure out how to make like, you know, countertop space and, you know, a oven situation that feels sort of correct and like that kind of stuff. It's very silly. It's very fun. Also, we, instead of having like a walk-in cooler or whatever, we made a spooky little basement, and we're using ender rods to pretend to be fluorescent lighting. You know, to really, really seal in the like annoying aspects of working in a restaurant. It's been very silly.
And okay, so if it's a steakhouse,
Mm-hmm.
is there a way in Minecraft to make a large flash fried onion?
Oh, no, because there are no onions. It is unfortunate because a large flash fried onion would be ideal here.
Yeah.
But there are no onions and there is no oil, so unfortunately not.
No.
But we can make steaks, which is the important part. We're making high back chairs out of trapdoors and stairs. And we still have to make, I know it's very silly, but like it works, you know? And we still have to figure out tables, and like we'll use wool for tablecloths. And like we're making a nice bar area. We made a backsplash out of terracotta to like look interesting. And we're gonna use brew potions to be like alcohol bottles on the back bar, you know?
You know,
It's all very silly, but
I relish the opportunity to get to say this as a compliment because they don't come often. Man, that is dumb as shit.
Right, isn't it great?
Yeah. Like, man, like,
Mm-hmm.
I love stories of like when Minecraft still gets to just be like a goofy place for creative play.
Mm-hmm. And this is definitely like one of those situations. And like part of the reason this has been able to work out so well is because of the new Minecraft update, which added in a Pale Oak biome. It's the pale forest, and in it contains these monsters that are like weeping angels from like Doctor Who.
Oh no.
Yeah, where they only move if you're not looking at them.
Oh,
It's
no.
very spooky. And in order to defeat them, you have to find their heart, which is hidden in a tree.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
I know, isn't it great? But it comes with like a bunch of new blocks, like the white oak, like planks and like logs and stuff, which is what we've used in the floor of the kitchen area. There's like resin bricks you can make now, which give a really nice like gold brick texture to stuff, which looks very cool. But I'm not entirely sure how to get the resin yet, and I don't know where a pale oak biome is in relation to like where we are. Even though someone has already found one, I just don't know where it is. So could be cool, could be fun, you know.
It occurs to me that we are now at this point less than a month away from Jack Black being Steve.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
I will say I'm not looking forward to the Minecraft movie. I feel like it, from what they've done, what they've shown in the trailers, it doesn't feel like it's about Minecraft, if that makes sense. It feels like it's about kid game for kid, you know?
Yeah.
And like that's not what the Minecraft experience is, you know?
Um. Like I think that the thing about Minecraft is that there is such a diversity of user experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's very like you are currently assisting in building of a fucking steakhouse, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that is such a niche experience. Um, and like I remember uh, one of the things that I used to work at a company. I won't say the name of the company, but I used to work at a company. And one of the things I discovered when I worked at that company, when I was like looking at risk of individual accounts, was stumbling across somebody who had created a Minecraft brothel.
Oh.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And
Okay.
the reason they even came across my desk was the amount of money they were making a month. Like real world money, US dollars. I was like, why is this fucking person making $50,000 a month? And the answer was horrid,
How?
but in Minecraft.
How? How do you whore in my? I don't want to know. Actually, you know what? Change my mind. Get that bag. Um,
But
but
you know
like,
what? Like, but okay. But regardless of the particulars of the horrid
mm-hmm.
apostrophe,
Right.
um, it just shows like how much of like a playscape it is. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can fucking do just about anything in Minecraft. Like I love watching the videos where someone's like, "Hello, hi, here is my incredibly complicated Minecraft machine.
Mm-hmm.
That gear will turn in 8 months from now."
Yep.
And then like the video will show like a fast forward for 8 months of time. They're like, and now here's the gear turning. I'm like, love it. Love the fact that you built a machine which is designed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, hello, here's my 9-story tall calculator.
Right. Exactly. Oh my god, they're so silly.
Yes.
We like every redstone machine is simultaneously like the most brilliant thing I've ever seen and something that I just want to strangle people with. You
Right,
know.
right. Again,
Um.
dumb as
I
shit.
yeah.
Parentheses, complimentary.
Right. I have made exactly one redstone machine and I was copying someone else's design. Okay? The redstone machine I have made turns dirt into mud. That's what
Jesus.
it does. Uh-huh. And I have set it up so that it pushes the mud out onto a box of dripstone which like makes stalactites and stuff. But it also dries out the mud and turns it into clay. And that's what I made.
So, looking at like incredibly complicated Minecraft devices,
Mm-hmm.
the only people can like make simple computers in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think one of my favorite things I saw in Minecraft is because like when you start making simple computers, they're huge.
Oh yeah, they're so big.
Right. Is I saw somebody made a like a fucking synthesizer, like a keyboard,
Mm-hmm.
but because of the size the keyboard needed to be, it required several people to be in the world to operate at once.
Mm-hmm.
So there were all these people jumping up and down on one key in order to play chopsticks.
It's so silly. I
Yeah.
did watch someone program a computer in Minecraft once to play Pokemon Blue. It
Oh.
it was so slow, but like it would change like wool blocks so that the pixels moved appropriately and stuff. It was so silly.
Yep.
And it was, of course, like 15 stories tall or whatever,
Right.
It required 8 people to do anything.
And and I think that's fucking neat.
Mm-hmm. No, that's super
and,
cool.
And like the thing that like when I think about like Minecraft, like the thing I think about it is like limitless user imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And like how do you turn limitless user imagination into a movie?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're
And
like, I don't know, honestly, it's like how do you make Mario Paint the movie? Like just
right.
right.
And like I think the thing you have to do is you have to build the movie off of the survival world situation. Um but really what you have to do is like narrow it down to like what the thesis of it is, and I think the fundamental like the core memory that most people have in Minecraft is um for survival world players specifically is I went down into this hole to gather one supply that I needed. And then I got lost, and I was lost for several in-game days. And I managed somehow to crawl my way out, either back through the original entrance or tunneling up after like what feels like years of exploring, only to come out like 5 blocks away from your original entrance point. And like the sun starts to go down and the Minecraft music starts to play, and like that's the experience. That like feeling of like, oh, we did it,
Right.
I think that's the like fundamental experience you have to build on. And I don't know how you do that with an isekai movie. With the cast that they have and with the graphics the way they are,
And I have such real feelings about like the way that they're choosing to present the world.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It feels like this feels like what they want to make is a Fortnite movie, but they couldn't do a movie with guns for kids. Does that make sense?
Like number one, if you ever make a Fortnite movie, it's gonna have to have guns. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
I'm aware of this, but like,
yeah. And at this point, a Fortnite movie
is on the horizon, I'm sure.
It's gonna have to include stuff like Darth Vader teabagging someone before he does the Cabbage Patch. Because it's just like I feel like at this point all Fortnite really is just like endless brand integration. And fortunately, that doesn't seem to be like Minecraft's cultural space yet.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I have no perspective of Fortnite now, which is not just like endless brand integration. Like it just that is what it is. Like, oh, come on down to the Olivia Rodrigo concert where Mr. Peanut will be hanging out with a Choco Taco. Like, nope. No,
Man,
thank you.
I could really go for a Choco Taco.
Man. Minecraft is not yet like come on down to the Olivia Rodrigo concert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think it ever will be. And that's okay.
Yeah. No, honestly, it's more than okay. It's ideal.
Mm-hmm. And like Minecraft has its own like sort of lore that they put in there. There's no reason you couldn't like play on that if you wanted to. But like, I don't know. It feels bad, But there's also gonna be a Sonic 4 movie. So like if I have to experience a Minecraft movie for more Sonic movies to be made the way that they are, I'm fine with that. And I'll do anything for the Zelda movie to be good. I have no faith in it. But yeah.
Look, Tegan.
Yeah.
And you and I are going to sit down and do this.
Yeah.
We are going to watch Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, because Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is going to reinforce in you the belief that they got the right person at the helm.
I'm so afraid. I'm so worried about it.
Because when I watched Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I was like, oh yeah, they got the guy. They got the guy. Like this dude fundamentally understands this kind of story and can do this kind of story well.
Okay. I hope so.
Yeah, because like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes feels very much like it could be a Zelda movie, like that kind of thing. So like we will, like, I am going to go ahead and move that to the top of the stack for like watch along business, because I think that like once you see that, you'll be like, oh, I'm glad that Wes Ball is directing this movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, fear not, Tegan. They got the right guy driving that thing. The next thing I'm curious about is casting. I'm curious about our Link. I'm curious about our Zelda. I'm curious about our Ganondorf. But like, we'll see.
Don't make Zelda the only British person challenge. Don't do it.
I'm going to go ahead and put another challenge on top of that, which is a little bit more specific. The Don't Cast Anya Taylor-Joy challenge. Like she's already been Peach now.
Yeah, she doesn't need to be Peach and Zelda.
Yeah, like just don't do it. How about this? She like you like none of none of these people need to be British challenge. Yeah, it's real. It's real. Ugh. Video games, y'all.
Yeah, video games, y'all.
Yeah. Tegan, is this a podcast?
I do believe it's the podcast. This sounds like a podcast.
This is Impossible Coin.
Yeah.
And there is.
You get us every other week.
Yeah, it's true. There's music at the beginning and end of this show.
And
it's by our kid brother, Big Sach. And you can find him at bandcamp.com/between rooms. Is that it? Did I get it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That sounds right to me. Our logo is also a t-shirt. And it's designed by Lauren Moran. You can find her at laurenmoran.bluesky.com. Or consider subscribing to her Patreon, because she does good work. And Brian did magic to get her to do our logo.
As Rocky says every week, way too good for us. You could find us wherever podcasts are found, asterisk, except for the SoundCloud, because fuck SoundCloud. Every time I mash that button, I wait 5 minutes, and inevitably the thing comes in, and I'm just like, you know what? I just take this as part of the rhythm of the universe. But yeah. If you like podcasts, you can find us wherever there are not podcasts. Wherever there is not SoundCloud.
Wherever there is not SoundCloud, wherever there are podcasts.
Yes.
We also stream. Rocky and I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/impossiblecoin. We have also started uploading our previous VODs, which are videos on demand, to YouTube. And all of the VODs should be downloaded from Twitch within the month. Whether or not they'll all be posted to YouTube within a month is a different problem, but they'll all be downloaded at least.
YouTube seems like an interesting frontier for us. So.
You know what? It could be interesting. Could be something. Who knows? We'll find out.
Okay. We are on various social networks. We are not on X.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably you can put together for yourself one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you
Quite
can
understandable.
Yes. But you can find us on places that are not there.
We all have Blue Sky profiles. Rocky has access to the Instagram. I'm on Tumblr.
Yeah.
All of it's just Impossible Coin. No dashes, underscores, or spaces. If you see something of someone else trying to be us, let us know. We'll handle it.
In this one very particular instance, if you see something, say something.
Only this instance, and only about us.
That is why.
Otherwise, mind your business, okay?
As Mario says, snitches get stitches.
Oh my god. As we say, someone named Mario has the opportunity to do the funniest thing. In Minecraft.
Oh. Ah! Let's go. Oh man. Oh no. Jeez. Oh, shout outs to all the Luigis out there. Well, thanks for hanging out. Peace.
Bye.
It's so